part 4, and today we'll be reading story 3. We continue with the stories of Abraham. Remember, we did stories of creation, we did stories of Adam and Eve, we did stories of Noah, and we also learned about Methuselah at some point. And remember, Cain and Abel, the sad stories. Yeah, so we continue with the Bible characters to continue the stories of Abraham. And we've just been introduced to Lot as well. So yes, I can't wait to hear what has happened to Abraham, because remember, there is a long caravan of people leaving going to Canaan. Today, story 3, it says, a good man's footsteps. A good man's footsteps. It is found in Genesis 12, verse 1 to 20. I'll just quickly pray before we start. Good evening, dear Jesus. This day is for you. I ask you to bless all I think, say, and do. Amen. During their stay at Haran, the caravan grew larger and larger. Lots of cows, kids, lambs, and baby camels were born. More boys and girls arrived to swell the families of the servants. By the time Abraham was ready to leave, his moving problems were much greater. One day at Haran, Abraham heard a voice and knew at once that God was speaking. God said, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples of earth will be blessed through you." Suddenly, a glorious vision spread out before Abraham. He saw what God was planning for him in the days to come. He saw beyond the walls of Ur and Haran to the ends of the earth. He looked beyond his day to the end of time. He saw himself becoming a blessing to all mankind. But this meant leaving home and friends and his old familiar town. Ahead of him, he believed, was the land of the promise that God gave to Adam and Eve. Eden, glorious Eden. Someday Eden would be given back to their children. Would you go or would you stay? For a moment, all the future hung on his decision. Did Abraham say, "Maybe I'll go, maybe I'll stay"? No, he did not hesitate a moment. He decided at once to do what God had asked. A number of people living in and around Haran asked if they could go along too. They had heard Abraham talk of the great God of heaven, whom he loved and worshipped. Abraham had explained that God had called him to leave Ur and Haran and travel to a new and better land. As they had listened to his wonderful story and watched his godly life, they all decided to join him. Abraham agreed to take them with him. The Bible says, "So Abraham left and as the Lord had told him." What a lot those few words cover. All the packing up, all the arrangements for the journey, all the goodbyes to friends and relatives. So we read that the caravan started out again when Abraham was 75 years old. He took his wife Sarai, his new nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. It would have been far easier and more comfortable to have stayed in Haran, where everyone had been so friendly, but Abraham knew this would not be doing God's will. He must go on, always looking for the land of promise. Now the journey was slower than ever, with so many more people and cattle in the party. They traveled only a short distance each day. It didn't really matter though, because nobody was in a hurry. They took their time and enjoyed the trip. As they moved southward, the scenery became more and more hilly and wooded. Now and then they passed small settlements of descendants of pioneers who had moved from Babel 2 centuries earlier. They were Abraham's distant cousins, since they were children of Canaan. Ham's son, their land was called the land of Canaan. Sadly, most of these people had forgotten God and worshipped idols, or bowed down to the sun or moon as though they were gods. They were amazed at this caravan of people without idols. They listened in surprise to the kindly, noble-looking leader, who was always talking of him who made heaven and earth and who wanted everybody to love and serve him. I wanted everybody to love and serve him. Abraham traveled through the land as far as the site of the great tree of Merah and Shechem. At that time, the Canaanites were in the land. The Lord appeared to Abraham and said, "To your offspring I will give this land." So he built an altar there to the Lord who appeared to him. Many months had passed since Abraham had left his home. What faith he needed to keep the vision of this beautiful city bright and shining in his heart all that long, long time. You can imagine how glad Abraham was to hear God's voice again. Now and then during the long